Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trey's English Travels. Happy Monday. Happy January 2nd. I hope everyone's new year is going well. I hope everyone's New Year's resolutions are still intact. Today, we are going to read another daily news article, this time on the topic of plant trees by searching the web with Ecosia. So, let's get into it. I'll first read the vocabulary. Again, if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. All right, the first word is overwhelming. A very large in amount of an emotion, maybe. Very strong. Studies show that an overwhelming majority of the population supports legalizing cannabis, depending on the country you might be in. Next, donate. To give money, food, etc. to a person or organization. With no surviving relatives, he decided to donate his wealth, so to give the money away. Next is ad. A notice, announcement, film, etc., telling people about a product, service, job, etc. I looked through the job ads in the newspaper today. So an ad, it can be also short for advertisement. Okay. Next, cause. An idea, goal that one supports or fights for. He promised to donate a share of his winnings to a deserving cause. I noticed they used the word donate. Here's another example for the word donate. Next, deforestation. The act of cutting down a large area of trees. Deforestation of the Amazon rainforest increased in the early 2000s. It's true, very sad, deforestation. Next is renewable. Of a natural resource or energy source able to be replaced. Nearly 100% of Iceland's electricity comes from renewable sources. So, we're done with the vocabulary. Take your time, go back, read them again, read them with me, and try to create maybe your own sentences with these words, or use the definitions to help you replace the defined word with maybe some of these other words. For example, he promised to donate a share of his winnings to a deserving person, maybe, or a deserving idea. Okay? You can try to change these things a little, and that will help you to kind of create new English sentences. Now, let's move on to the article. Read along with me. You can pause the video and play the video when you're ready. Next, let's go. Plant trees by searching the web with Ecosia. More than 41 million trees are cut down every day, according to a 2015 Nature report. When you hear a number like that, it can be overwhelming to think of ways to help the environment. But Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither are forests. So one organization is trying to help the planet one internet search at a time. Ecosia is searching the internet that donates most of the money it makes from ads to planting trees. That means you could be planting trees just by searching the web. In just the month of October 2022, Ecosia gave around $1.2 million to tree planting projects. The Berlin-based organization was founded by Christian Kroll in 2009. While studying business at the University of Erlangen-Nuremberg, Kroll learned how search engines work and thought they could raise money for good causes. While traveling after his studies, Kroll saw the huge impact of deforestation in Argentina and found his cause, planting trees. I want to make the world a greener, better place, he told the BBC in 2020. Since 2009, Ecosia says it has planted more than 164 million trees in over 35 countries. Ecosia has around 20 million users and says it takes an average of 45 searches to raise enough money to plant one tree. The project works with also the projects it works with also create jobs in countries like Burkina Faso and Indonesia. Help at risk orangutans and other animals, educate people, and more. In 2018, the organization started building its own solar power plants. Today, let me start again. In 2018, the organization started building its own solar power plants. Today, Ecosia is 200% renewable, meaning it makes twice as much solar energy as it needs for searches. All right, that's pretty cool. Look at some of these pictures now. I can see the field that they're planting the trees, perhaps a farmer here, another beautiful landscape. This person is watering the trees. This looks like the group of people maybe included in the project. Very cool. Take a minute to try to create a couple sentences about each of the pictures and comment them below. Next, I'll read the questions and you can write your own answers. If you want to leave your answers in the comments, I'll be more than happy to correct them and to have a conversation with you there. So let's read the questions. How much money did Ecosia give to tree planting projects in October? Well, if we look back at the article, we can find that it says here, in just the month of October 2022, Ecosia gave around $1.2 million to tree planting projects. So the answer is $1.2 million. Next question. What made Christian Kroll decide to use Ecosia for planting trees? Well, if we go back into the article, we can see, I think this is the answer. While traveling after his studies, Kroll saw a huge impact of deforestation in Argentina and found his cause, planting trees. So, because he saw the deforestation in Argentina, he wanted to, here he says, make the world a greener and better place. And the third question, how many trees has Ecosia planted since it was started? We can also find the answer in the article. I want to say it is here. Since 2009, Ecosia says it has planted more than 164 million trees in over 35 countries. Can you create 2 of your own questions about the article, like these questions? Answers are in the article, and you need to create the question. Give it a try and comment your questions below. Next is the discussion. I will read the questions for you and you can answer them on your own. What are your thoughts on Ecosia? I think it's a pretty cool company. Number 2, do you find it surprising that Ecosia has planted more than 164 million trees? I think so. That's a pretty impressive number. I don't know anyone else who's planted that many trees. Number 3, are there any companies in your country known for their environmental efforts? I can think of one company, but I don't think they're American. I know they work for oceans. They try to clean the oceans. I can't remember the name, but it'll come to me. And number 4, do you know anyone who actively works to make the world a greener place? So do you know anyone who loves trees? Maybe they're planting a garden in their house. Number 5, do you think the world will be greener 50 years from now? I don't know. Perhaps if more companies like this one can be created and more trees are planted, then perhaps. All right. Further discussion. 5 more questions. Do you have a garden? If so, how much time do you spend in it? If not, would you like to? I don't have a garden. I've got a couple small house plants here, but my father has a garden. He's always had a garden, and so I think it's a good thing to have. If you have the room to grow some plants, you should do it. Number 2, are there many trees or green areas in your neighborhood? Um, Here in my area, I can see a couple nice trees, but there aren't any big parks nearby. I live in Bangkok. I'm kind of far from the center of the city, but there are some big parks in Bangkok, like Lumpini Park and Benchikiti Park. Uh, and if I moved, I would like to maybe live near those. Um, Number 3, how far is the nearest forest from where you live? Well, I don't really know where the nearest forest would be. Um, and so I can't really answer that question. Number 4, have you ever lived in the countryside? Would you like to? Um, I think it would be really nice. I could maybe have a large garden, maybe grow some of my own food, right? Maybe have some more animals. That would be fun to live in the countryside. And number 5, what are the most pressing environmental concerns in your country? Um, I'm not sure, really. In the United States, perhaps a lot of people think that shale, getting oil from the ground in the United States, is perhaps a big environmental concern. It could be ruining, rivers or Native American um, lands. That's always a big concern in America. But what about you? Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and remember to like and subscribe, and please leave some comments if you have any questions about this article. Well, I'm Trey, and this was Trey's Travels. Thank you for reading this article with me today, and have a good one. Bye.